Let's move on now. The Russian economy has managed to weather the storm of full-scale war in Ukraine for 3.5 years and 10 years of Western sanctions with relative ease. However, if latest data from the Russian central bank is anything to go by, the war economy is showing signs of weakening sharply. After Moscow's full-scale invasion of Ukraine in 2022, the West imposed massive sanctions on Russia. That led many to believe that the country's economy would collapse. However, the story has been different. While the country suffered a 1.4% GDP contraction in 2022, it grew by over 4% over the next 2 years. Last year, Russian official figures show the economy outgrew G7 nations. Now, the Russian economy expanded by 4.3% in 2024, compared with 1.1% in the UK and 2.8% in the US. However, on Friday, the Russian central bank cut its benchmark interest rate by 1 percentage point to 17%. Now, that marked the third reduction since June's sky-high borrowing costs. The central bank cited slowing GDP and an increase in the budget deficit from war spending as the reasons for the rate cut. Russian banks have also raised red flags on a potential debt crisis as high interest rates weigh on borrowers' ability to service loans. Now, the contrast between a rate cut and continued inflation warnings reflects serious friction in the Russian economy. Last week, Russia's economy minister warned that the country was on the verge of recession after a period of overheating. Data from the central bank last week revealed more damage than previously thought. A chart in a report showed GDP shrank on a sequential basis in the March and June quarters. Now, that means the definition of technical recession, but the IMF predicts Russia will grow. The central bank governor, Elvira Nabiullina, denied Russia is in a recession. The governor pointed to other data points displaying more strength, like employment, real income, consumer demand, and industrial production. Now, according to a Reuters report, Nabiullina said, and I'm quoting here, "We do indeed have a cooling of the economy. This is natural when coming out of overheating, when production capacity must catch up with demand." Now, separately, Trump called on NATO countries to stop buying Russian oil and to hit China with secondary tariffs as high as 100%. He argued on social media that doing so would help bring an end to the Ukraine war. On the other hand, a Reuters report showed Russian businesses are once again engaging in old-fashioned barter trading. The report said Russian firms are trading wheat for Chinese automobiles and flax seeds for construction supplies.